Oh, say, can you see the silly O on my screen that we're going to draw? All right, yes, you can. We're going to draw this silly O right here, and it's a lot of fun. We're going to go ahead and make this happen. A couple things we can see is we've got a couple of circles. There's lots of ways to do this. I'm going to show you a couple of them right away. So first thing we're going to show you is the uh, using a couple of lines uh, to draw the outline of my O. So you can see I've got some lines that can move around here. Um, vertical lines, vertical lines. And then let's get them all lined up with each other. So we'll take the horizontal constraint, tap the H key on the keyboard, make sure those line up, make sure that pair lines up, make sure this pair lines up with that pair, make sure this pair lines up with this pair, make sure that pair lines up, make sure that pair lines up, and sure enough, they have this straight sections of your O shaped object. Now, let's go ahead and put some curves on the end. So we're going to take the tangent arc tool, which is underneath the 3-point arc. Take tangent arc, we'll grab the end here, going over the outside of that, grab the end here, go to the end of that, grab the end here, go to the end of that, and here, go to that one, move it on. All right, and we can see that those are there, but we're not concentric yet, so we'll go ahead and grab our concentric tool, make sure they share centers, and looks like we're getting there. Look at that, that's O looking. That's O spectacular. There we go. We can pull the points. Of course, this guy's moving around, so let's go ahead and get him fixed to a point here. So we'll put a vertical constraint between him and his origin, which lets us pull this thing in and out. Let's get them to be coincident with that. So let's take the coincident button, coincident, and grab the origin and there. And so now we can stretch this and pull it. And it's looking like what we want it to look like, which is great. Everything's looking pretty smooth. So now it's just a matter of adding our dimensions. We can see we've got a radius of 30 for the outside, a radius 18 for the inside. Oh no, we've got an error somewhere. Those things pop up once in a while, so no big deal. Just find out what's caused it. So we got concentrics, that's supposed to be there. We've got a horizontal constraint. There shouldn't be a horizontal constraint there. Yes, there should. There should be a horizontal constraint between that. And where's the other one? When you find an error, well, those are supposed to be there. That's good. Coincident, vertical, centric. So these should be able to. What I don't understand is this should be able to move in and out. Do we have? Oh, that's not free to move. There we go. We've got a horizontal. That's a vertical constraint. So apparently we have a horizontal constraint to something in the other sketch somewhere. One of these is constrained to somewhere it doesn't belong. You shouldn't run into this problem. I'm betting this guy has a. Let's delete that one. Let's delete that one. Oh, look at that. Okay. All right, that's much better. I should have a vertical constraint and a tangent constraint. So I'm going to just go by tangent between here and here. And that should move things around. And that is now able to move again. That's what I was looking for. And that's 18. So if you find yourself getting stuck, don't panic. It happens to all of us, happens to the best of us. It happens to the worst of us, as I just demonstrated. But just start pushing and pulling and see what doesn't move, or what doesn't move the way you wanted it to. And when you find out what doesn't move the way you want it to, fix it. And there we go. And there's our doodad. Now that looked like a lot of work. There's got to be an easier way, Yurko. There's got to be an easier way. Maybe there is. Let's try this. Let's try drawing a circle and another circle that's directly above the first one. And let's try putting a pair of lines outside them. And then how about we make those tangent, well, let's first make the endpoints coincident to the circle. So touch there, and touch there, and touch here, and touch there. And then let's go ahead and make them tangent. There, 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 there. And let's make those circles equal size. Tap that equal E key. There and there. Well, that looks like a slot. That looks similar. Okay. It's kind of like the first one. So let's go ahead and trim away the middle. M is your shortcut for that. So tap that and that. And that looks like it. But do we have to go through all of that all over again? I don't have to. Here, grab the offset tool. Grab all that stuff. Drag it in a little bit. That's it. That's telling me I can only do it one at a time, so we'll try it again. We'll click, 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 click. Why is it disliking me? So yeah, we're gonna hit that offset tool. 1, 2, 3, 4. I must be missing a tangent constraint. Oh, there's an extra line in here. What's that? What's that, you say? Mr. Yurko made a mistake. No, no, no. All right, so we have a tangent constraint missing. So we've got a tangent button between here and here. And now that offset should work. Boom, boom, boom. Let's come back to my classroom where we can do CAD all night until we all feel right. Boom, boom, boom. Isn't CAD great? All right, there we go. And 12. And where do we get the 12 from? Well, 30 minus 18 is 12. So now I'm just going to go ahead and hit the dimension here for 30. The dimension between those was, let's go ahead and line that up. We had 60 from here to here. Get pretty darn close, but I got to move that up. And let's go ahead and just cheat and put a horizontal constraint between here and here. There you go. So that looks the same. But wait, there's more. There's other ways to do this. Some of them are even easier. And that would look pretty silly. But let's try this. I know that the distance from here to here is 30 because that's a 30 millimeter thing, and we've already tried this. So I'm going to come down here and draw a 30 millimeter long line. I'm going to make that a construction line. And then we're going to use the slot tool. Like click on that line and then click in space. And I can make that slot any size I want. Now it's measuring diameter, so I'll go 60. And that's giving me a 60 millimeter diameter circle. So if I were going to drill this with a drill, I would use a 60 millimeter drill bit on each end. And if I can offset that, well, that doesn't work. but I can use that slot again. And now that one, we're looking for an 18 millimeter radius, so that's a 36 millimeter diameter. And there you have it. And that was easier. Yes, I like looking for easier. So I've got a 36 millimeter diameter for the inner slot. I don't know what happened to the dimension for the outer slot. But we do have the dimension for the inner slot, the distance between them, and there you have it. So, there's many ways to solve this problem. You will find several. Good luck, have fun, and as always, keep being awesome.